Hey folks, welcome to the semifinals. This is a match against Alfie. It's for round 6 tourney, rchizzle9's PU tourney. And if we win this match, we're gonna go into the finals. But with that being said, let's see what Alfie decides to lead with. It's Rachel Star. He's Lopani against Diablo himself, the semis here. I'm gonna switch out to Hulk, being that I'm kinda expecting the possible status. Hulk is a rest sleep talker. It can most definitely absorb that and kinda go from there. But unfortunately, he actually surprised me by going for the fake out. I mean, if fake out, you know, Lopani doesn't have the raw power to begin with, but Sinister wouldn't really appreciate any damage in there, so switching out was still a safer move to go for. And he actually did switch Through, steal my Eviolite, which is a bummer, but we're kinda gonna need to handle it. We're gonna see how we're actually gonna handle it. For now, we're gonna dynamic punch, nearly take him out, but I'm max special defensive. I kinda lag the raw power in this case, but hey, at least we do get the confusion. He decided to switch out to Togetic, get the confusion. I decide to just spam dynamic punch. You know, I don't care what comes in, even if he does resist. I see he doesn't have any ghost up at his disposal, meaning that nothing's truly gonna be immune to it. So I decided to switch out to Electros. Luckily to my luck here, he does hit himself. Perfect turn. Predict him to switch out to his Piloswine, and this is turn that I got a bit confused. I was thinking this Piloswine is specially defensive this whole time. But you're gonna see later on, I'm gonna start to realize that Fig Fat was released. Last time I used Piloswine, I can swear there was no Fig Fat on Smogon. It's been, when I was using Black White, it's been a long time. Well, not that long, but I can swear there was no Fig Fat on Piloswine. But right now as it stands, Piloswine is doing work. He's gonna put up the rocks. I'm gonna switch out to Hulk, expecting the Toxic. Piloswine may run that, but his is actually running Roar. So he does switch out at the same time to his Dragoneer. I'm gonna proceed to go for the dynamic punch. He decided to make a clever move, decide to go to his Lopani. Dragoneer are mostly specially defensive if they're running Eviolite, so having that one in mind, the dynamic punch would have been doing a decent amount of damage. Plus he may just confuse, hit himself and so on, but he decided to switch out to his Behemoth, and this Exterminate is an absolute monster against my team. I had so much problems. Oh god, I made a couple of really dumb moves. I'm gonna stay in here. I was kinda expecting him to Nasty Plot, predicting another switch from my side, and with Nasty Plot he would obliterate pretty much half of my team until Trick Room wears off. But again, now I go to King Slime, make another dumb move. I was actually expecting to be slower than him because King Slime is extremely slow, but then I come to realize, you know, Trick Room, it must run 0 IVs. I totally blanked there. I don't know what was I doing. You know, you have this pressure, you know, you're enjoying, but you still have this pressure. It's round 6, every move matters, but stuff aren't looking too good. I'm gonna need to deal with this, you know. At the beginning we did have the upper hand, taking one of his Pokemon down early on, or do we say Lopani and so on, you know, down there. But now, you know, my team is just going down, which is crazy. But kind of checking his team, and I'm kind of checking my team, and I'm kind of thinking, which are the Pokemon that are not going to be that useful? Which are the Pokemon I shall need to sacrifice in order to beat this Behemoth and go from there? So I'm kind of thinking Electros is going to be important. He's got his Huntail, he's got his Togetic. Electros is going to be definitely important. But I go for the Signal Beam, and because he's running Trick Room, he must be running a heavy investment HP, which is going to be very beneficial because Electros does run Thunder Wave, and if that would have happened, there is an actual chance I may have gotten recovered with this Pokemon, being that after Thunder Wave stuff are really slow. But you know, we would have been kind of forced to execute that strategy, but it would have been hard. But unfortunately, because he does have max investment in HP, that's not going to be the case. I sack my Machoke. Life Orb is going to take him out. Finally, he didn't run Recover, being Dark Pulse, Hidden Power Fighting, and Psychic. Yeah, that's pretty much it with Trick Room. I'm gonna decide to switch out to my Electros. Now here, look at this right here. He actually Wish, but he does have the Protect, predicting me to over-predict. That was an excellent move. If he did that, I'm pretty sure he did that, because he would have most likely switch out to his Piloswine. And I was so close, you know, Flamethrower Ring, because I was again thinking that Piloswine is running Careful Nature, Max Special Defense. Totally forgetting about you know, Fig Fat. I would have gone for the Giga Drain, but Giga Drain would have been even worse in this case. So I decided to Thunder Wave after he gained the Wish there. Togetic is a pain in this case. I'm gonna need to deal with it quite fast because my team is kind of lacking physical attackers now. and this is looking pretty bad. But hey, at least we did paralyze this Dragoneer, and now he's gonna proceed to go for that Dragon Dance. So stuff are looking extremely extremely bad. If this Vayne activates his shed skin in the next 3 turns or so, I'm gonna get swept. I'm not kidding. This Electros is my last remaining Pokemon, and my Simisear is like my, well, this Pokemon is my last. This is my, I have like 2 Pokemon left, Simisear and this Electros. This is fire and electric. This is bad against Dragonair. Both of them cannot really work. I don't have any hidden power ice, which I should run, but T-Bolt is still dishing out enough. He's getting a bit greedy. He is extremely getting greedy here, because I'm pretty sure that this last Dragon Dance really wasn't that important. Now, I'm pretty sure he was just praying for the Shed Skin to activate here, because if he does, I'm obliterated. But it doesn't. And if he would have not gone for the Dragon Dance there, that last one, which wasn't really that important, because as you can see right here, he could have 2-hit me with extreme speed if the last, you know, paralyzation wouldn't have not happened, which it didn't. And Shetskin luckily actually didn't activate, which was kind of surprising. I believe it's like 30% chance, and that's actually a high chance, so I was extremely lucky there. But he's got Piloswine, he's got Huntail, he's got Togetic. This is looking pretty bad. I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain, and now I come to realize that I should have Giga Drain back earlier. I should have T-Ball the Togetic. I should have not overpredict. That was yeah, that was a bit of a predictable move on my side, the way I was overpredicting back before. It did work first time, but you know, overpredicting twice in the same scene can start to get a bit predictable, and opponent is gonna see it coming, and you know, Togetic would have been taken down there. But I was kind of surprised he didn't protect just to play it safe. Well, you know, I did take down his Piloswine. He did get a crit with the first Ice Shard. Did it matter? Most likely not, because this Huntail does have the raw power of Life Orb, which he's gonna show me in a second. And this is looking pretty bad. So he still has 2 Pokemon left. I only have 1, and bear in mind this is a fire Pokemon, so stuff are looking extremely bad. Most definitely not into my favor. So I'm gonna go for a sub here. Seeing that he does have a Life Orb, I do have a strategy. Okay, I'm like, okay, I have a strategy. First of all, I need to sub down to, you know, to a point where he's gonna be killable with Focus Blast, because I know at that amount of HP he's at, Focus Blast is not gonna take me out. So I'm doing some calcs, right? And this is the funny part. I actually made a sub here. I was like, okay, he's at an amount of HP where he's looking like at 68%, which is killable with Focus Blast, and I do luckily hit, which is great, because that was pretty much my plan. Fire Blast is not gonna take him out, but I completely forget I was calculating with Life Orb, and with Life Orb it is killable, but without Life Orb it is not. There is a chance he will survive, but I do get a crit, and that one most definitely mattered. He actually decided to wish, and the way this move here works is I was a bit confusing. I was most definitely confused. I was like, why did you do that? You know, I just decided to Fire Blast away. Let's see what's gonna happen. I could have sub, and I should have sub. I'm pretty sure I can make one more, judging by the HP I'm at. But the problem is, I was so sure he's just gonna try attack and take me out that you know, I didn't do it, and I should have. Try attack from Togetic at that point of HP is gonna be doing 30 to 40% of HP to me, so it's definitely a kill. Yeah, that was a match. So it come down to be a 1-0 score. Unfortunately, I didn't win the round 6, but hey, I had a blast. I want to thank rchizzle for allowing me to join his tourney. It was an enjoyable side quest, and I hope you guys have enjoyed as well. Good luck to both of the contestants in the finals. Until next time, take care, peace.